It was all a dream.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy, Jamie Bell, your neighborhood hope dealer, hope man. Yeah, that's me. Yo, I just want to come to you today with another 15 minutes of fame. It's been a while, man. I've been injured for a little bit, been down and out, but your boy, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, and I got to get back to this word, man. I just want to inspire you, keep you going. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the encouraging words, the cards, the love, everything and everyone that reached out to me. So I just want to come to y'all today and just want to give you a little bit of word of encouragement. And we're going to talk about your frenemies. Yep, you know what that is, your frenemies. And we're going to tap into that a little bit more. Until I get into it, let me send out my 2 shout outs real quick for the people that always show me love. My brothers in the locker room, man. The Locker Room Conversations coming to you every other Monday at 8 p.m. Man, you don't want to miss that, man. We are a God-centered, community-focused group. Man, we don't pretend to have all the answers. We just want to be a resource to help get the answers. So whether you a man, female, child, in the community, Church of God, not in the church, whatever it may be, we want to just allow you an opportunity to come and join us. So we thank you for the 2,800 people that tap in, that love us, that show us love, and support us, and everybody that just rock with us since day one and just joining us, man. We do truly appreciate you. So salute to my brothers in the locker room. Also, man, I want to shout out Dream Wellness, man. If you're looking to get fit, you're looking to do better about your life, just feel better. IV hydrations, Botox, fillers, so much things, man. Hit up Shaquila Bell at Dream Wellness, DreamWellnessPLLC.com. You can hit her up on Facebook or even on Instagram at Dream Wellness. Be sure to tap in, man. After this quick intro, man, we're going to tap into it. We're going to dive into it. We want to talk about frenemies. How many of us have them? Frenemies. I just made it up, man. So don't even try to jock that, man. That single coming soon. Hold tight, tap in. I'll be right back with your 15 minutes of fame.
It was all a dream.
Yo, welcome back. Frenemies. How many frenemies do you have? Look, man, I just want to send love and shout out to everybody, all my friends. I even pray for the folks that turn their back on me, man, because you still God's child, man. But today I want to talk about frenemies, man. You know, those friends that end up turning enemies. And I thought about this one day I was praying, man, and there's a scripture that talks about, you know, the Lord will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies and make your enemies then your footstools. And I started thinking about that a little bit more, and I realized, man, dang, not a lot of my friends, well, I would say this, not a lot of my enemies are really allowed to break bread with me. And I don't know about you, I don't really sit down and eat dinner with people that, quote unquote, are my enemies. I don't have any enemies, at least I don't think I do, because I just try to have a pure heart and just love everybody. Everybody has a season, man, and life is too short to hold on to grudges. And I realized one thing in life, it's hard to hold on to grudges and then anticipate to grab blessings. My hands is full of grudges, so where's my room for my blessings? So I hope that hit anybody today, that if you're out there looking for a blessing, but you holding on to a grudge, try letting that grudge go and see how God bless you, because you're waiting for God to punish the person that you have a grudge against, but they still God's children. So what that looks like, God punishing them to please you, then it's going to show more favor one way or another when he loves all of us equally. But when I talked about like God preparing a table, Thanksgiving, think about eating, even in the cafeteria, not a lot of people you didn't rock with didn't sit with a table with you. Who sat with you? Your friends. That's right, your friends. So sometimes, man, we're sitting down breaking bread with people that might be our enemies. And so when God say he's preparing a place for you, he could be preparing a place for you in the midst of your enemies that you calling friends. So be careful who you hating on and be careful who you start disliking, because at some point they could have been a friend. At some point they could have been a family member. At the end of the day, at some point there's somebody that you actually love. And so we got to be very cautious of what we say and who we do it around, because some people want to use your weakness to expose who you really are. So we got to be careful who the vulnerabilities we share with in life. And so that humbled me in my spirit. That's why I'm thankful for every relationship that I have, because be cautious. There's some people that you might be calling your friends that might end up being your enemies because they don't have your best interests. How do you fall into that trap? You fall into it because you really don't know who you are. You don't know who your identity is. I had a post, and I said it earlier, that at one point somebody called me ugly in life. And I realized the person that was calling me ugly was the person that I was trying to emulate. And that was very telling. This person is telling me how ugly I am, and all I'm doing is trying to emulate everything that they are. So be careful who you hanging around and what you're doing, because you're going to emulate your circle. You are average of your circle. You are in the midst of the people that you're hanging around. So if you got goals and dreams that want to be bigger and better places, look at your circle, because your circle will tell you where you are. And sometimes, man, if you really want to know who your friends are or who really support you, start winning. I guarantee you, you start winning, you'll see who's clapping for you. Now, I will tell you that sometimes people don't clap because they don't know how. Some people truly don't know how to support. They never had support. So they ain't necessarily hating on you. It's just foreign for them to see success. They don't know what love looks like. So why don't you be the first dose of love that they actually get? That's why I kept my spirit. I try to humble my spirit, because sometimes, man, it ain't even all about me, man. It's about the glory of God. And I remember this, man. I read this quote, and it sticks with me. In my 20s, I used to worry about what everybody thinks about me. Now I'm approaching my 40s, I don't really care what they think. But then I realize when I look at my elders, when you're in the 60s, that nobody's thinking about you at all. I say that again. In your 20s, you're worrying about what everybody think about you. When you approach your 40s, you don't care what anybody thinks about you. But when you get in your 60s and your latter years, you realize people stop thinking about you at all. And so you got to be very careful, because at some point in your life, you could be forgotten. So you show compassion and you show love every single day. Those folks that you call friends could turn out to be your enemies. And I just thank God that God continues to prepare a table for me, even for the folks that want to see my table destroyed. For people that don't want to see my table fully furnished. For people that don't want to see my table fully fed so I can feed off of it, so it can be nourishment for me and my family. For those folks that want to just come to my table and steal, I thank God that I have a place that could be in abundance. Because sometimes you're so busy counting what people take it from you that you're not even counting your blessings. See, I'd rather lose counting my blessings than lose my blessings counting the things that don't matter. So I want you today to understand that. Don't lose your blessings worrying about the things that don't matter. You know what? Don't matter how many friends you have or you don't, as long as you have God. And I know that sounds super spiritual and that sounds super churchy, but I'm going to tell you right now, man, when I found God, man, I found my mother. And if you know me, you know my mother passed away and my mother died. See, I never thought that nobody on this earth could feel that void that I felt when I lost my mom. But only God in heaven could restore me. See, when my dad died, I didn't feel like I could ever have a father, but God became my father. When I felt like I didn't have any friends, and I had some friends, but my flesh couldn't see it, but my spirit, man, I thank God for being able to be my friend. Those days when I felt like I was hopeless. See, I come before you saying I'm your neighborhood hope dealer, but God gave me the hope to sell. He's my supplier. There's days that I didn't feel like I have any product to put out here on the block, but I thank God that his distribution never runs dry. I want you to feel that on today. It sounds cliche. The world, the enemy, a lot of people want you to believe that God isn't real. A lot of people want you to believe that love isn't real. A lot of people want you to believe that hope isn't real. A lot of people want you to believe that friendships isn't real. They are real. Love is real. Healthy relationships is real. Healthy marriages does exist. And I done had failed marriages before, but I kept going. I keep trying to find a new way to love. I had to fix myself. I had to stop looking at people to fix me and had to look within myself. I had to say, Jamie, everybody ain't the problem, bro. It got to be you. I had to humble myself. I had to stop making excuses for everything and start having accountability. Having accountability. Fellas, I'm going to talk to my fellas real quick. If your lady in your life is frustrated and you feel like she has an attitude all the time, man, don't confuse that strength as an attitude. See, she probably tired of all the promises and want commitment. People, men the same way. We tired of things being promised to us. We want some commitments. We want you to stay with us. We want you to stay committed. We want you to stay here. We want you to say what you mean and mean what you say. We want you to be a man or a woman of integrity. Have that, and we ain't compromising on that. So frenemies, you know, a lot of that, man, a lot of that times we're trying to be nice to people. And the same for you. It ain't all about other people. This is about you. You know if you genuinely being good people to people, or you using people. Are you hanging around people because you want access to what you think they might have? Do you want to network with people because you want something out of it? Instead of you just coming to them and asking them for help, you want to use them to backdoor for something that you want. Don't be that type of person, because you a frenemy. You a frenemy. And see, when Jesus said he'll make you a footstool, I feel like in the spirit, that means that person going to have to be humble. They're going to have to come to you. That person that try to stop you and block your blessings going to have to end up eating all of that and come back around and apologize. But you know what? That ain't your victory, man. That's for God to claim, not yours. You keep moving. You keep going. Don't worry about if people don't like you. Don't worry about if people hating on you. Don't be afraid to share your success. I know people that's afraid to share their success because they feel like the people they hang around is going to say that you bragging too much. Look, you're not bragging and not showing off your stuff that you have to make other people feel bad. Sometimes you just want to celebrate your story. Some of you taking pictures of your meals because sometimes you didn't have anything to eat. It's okay. Some of you taking pictures because you taking trips because there was a point in your life when you couldn't even see anything outside your household. You couldn't see anything outside of your job and you traveling seeing the world. It's okay for you to be happy. Don't allow people to make you feel sad because they can't find happiness. And don't allow people to talk bad about you or talk bad about other people because that's a reflection of who they are, not who you are. So don't worry about the people talking about you because they talking behind your back for a reason because you left them behind. And I said this at our youth jam, man, at Revive Church, man. A lot of times when I read the Bible, when I talk about Lot's wife, I use this as a parable. I think about this. When you move forward and you don't need to look back where you come from, there's going to be people behind you with a lot of salty looks. There are going to be a lot of people with a lot of salty faces. And there are going to be some people salty at you because you moving forward. Let them be salty and you keep walking in your way. Don't worry about those frenemies because you got a God on high and you got some true friends and family that love you. And you should start with yourself. Love yourself on the day. You know you got this. Now let's go get it. So when we come back, we're going to close this show all out. 15 minutes is about up already. I just want to let you know that I love you today. If nobody else told you, be loved and be encouraged. And you keep pushing. Frenemies. Don't be one. Don't have one. Be of love. We'll be right back, y'all. Yo, I hope you truly enjoyed that message, man. Tap in, tune in, comment, leave comments, keep the discussion rolling. But I just want to end this on this note right here. Real talk. To you, look in this camera, whether you share this video, you listening to it now or you listening to it later. Do you know how special you really are? And I know you've been going through some things. You've been going through some hellish situation. You feel intact. Your automobiles, your finances, your house, your rent, your job, your kids, your relationship, your health, you name it. You've been under so much of attack that you feel like throwing in the towel. And you know there's something greater out there, but you just don't know what it is. See, the greater is he that lives in you, man. See, there's a God, there's a spirit that's on the inside of you that just needs you to activate it. Look, don't you give up, man. Don't worry about the people that can't see your vision. Don't quit on yourself because you have a vision greater than the people that can't see. See, man, I always joke about it, man. If Stevie Wonder would have let people write songs for him, he would never put out hits because they couldn't see it. But he had something that the world needed to hear and the world needed to see. And so do you. Don't you quit on yourself and give yourself grace to grow. I know you want your children to do well, and some of you beating yourself up because you can't provide everything you want for your child. Your child wants love. Start with that foundation. Love them. Love them. Communicate. Don't you cheat on yourself. Do not quit on yourself and do not quit on your emotions. Some of you are not saying anything because you don't feel like you're worthy of being heard. I'm telling you on the day, you are worthy of being heard and you are worthy of being loved. I talked about frenemies. Don't be a frenemy to yourself. Don't be pretending to love yourself when you don't. Don't be pretending to be happy when you're not. Don't be pretending to be, anything other than great. Don't pretend just so you can make other people feel better. All right? Have the courage to love yourself. Have the courage to be you. You can't have beautiful without be you. Understand that. There's a be you in every beautiful situation, and it starts with you. I love you. This has only been 15 minutes, and I hope this 15 minutes sparks you to have a rest of a great day, rest of a great week, and a rest of a great life. I'm going to keep being here, your neighborhood hope dealer. Every day I'm going to push out some hope to you. Be encouraged. I don't have all the answers. I just want to help you get the answers. I'm living my life. I'm living my heart out on my sleeve. I done made some mistakes. I done overcame depression. I've overcome anxiety. I overcame suicide. I overcame a lot of things. I overcome a lot of doubt. I failed. I failed in relationships. I failed at jobs. I failed in my health. I failed. But those were lessons that I learned to keep going. And you keep going on this day and don't you quit. You are deserving and I love you. All right. You want to follow me? You want to tap in? You know what it is, man. It's at Respect the Dreamers. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever it is, man. Respect the Dreamers podcast, respectthedreamers.com. Follow me, man. Share, like, love, encourage me. This hope dealer is nothing without you. I keep pushing hope, and I hope that I can supply you on the day. Until next time I see you, man, I love you, man. Y'all be good. Peace. I mean, I got to do it. I got to do it. I don't care, man. I hope you don't get mad. But I was thinking the other day, I was like, with all this gender confusion and all this stuff that's going on right here, I said, I wonder what Michael Jackson would have to say about it. And then I thought about it. If Michael Jackson was here and they say, Michael Jackson, what do you identify as? I think he would say a hee hee. All right, y'all. Until next time, man, I love you. Peace.